We all enjoy the cutting-edge visuals of modern games, but it's amazing how some classics from over a decade ago still hold their ground. These gems prove that great graphics can be timeless, blending art and technology seamlessly. Some of these games are over 15 years old, yet they continue to impress with their visual brilliance. From detailed environments to lifelike character designs, these titles are a testament to the craftsmanship of their time. You wouldn't believe how stunning they look, even today. Whether it's their art direction or innovative graphics engines, these classics are a treat for the eyes. So, let's take a trip down memory lane and celebrate 10 old games that still look visually stunning. Prepare to be amazed by how well they've aged. Let's talk about Rise: Son of Rome, a game that doesn't get nearly enough recognition. While the campaign is a bit short and the gameplay has its quirks, the visuals are nothing short of breathtaking. This game excels in delivering raw, brutal combat that makes every attack and execution feel impactful. You truly feel like a Roman warrior, wielding your sword with weight and purpose. The attention to detail in its world building is astounding, from the iconic streets of Rome to the lush forests of Britannia. Each environment is crafted with care, immersing you completely in its rich atmosphere. The combat is gritty, intense, and satisfying, leaving a lasting impression with its cinematic flair. The love and effort the developers poured into this game are evident in every frame. It's an underrated gem that deserves more appreciation for its artistic brilliance and immersive experience. Don't let this masterpiece fly under your radar. While GTA 5 dominates the spotlight, let's not forget the gem that is Sleeping Dogs. Released over a decade ago, this game carved its own identity with its stunning visuals, gripping story, and incredible gameplay. Set in a vibrant and immersive Hong Kong, it brought the city to life with bustling streets, engaging side quests, and hidden Easter eggs. What truly sets it apart is its martial arts-based combat, fluid, brutal, and endlessly satisfying. Smashing enemies into walls, counters, and environmental takedowns made every fight unforgettable. The game's narrative kept me hooked, blending undercover crime drama with emotional depth. Even after all these years, it remains a visual treat and a joy to play. Sure, some parts might show their age, but the overall experience is timeless. If you haven't played Sleeping Dogs, trust me, you're missing out on one of the most unique open-world games ever made. Infamous Second Son completely exceeded my expectations. While it didn't have the star power of Marvel or DC, it carved out its own space as one of the most thrilling superhero games to date. You take control of a unique hero with an array of incredible powers, giving you the freedom to experiment and combine abilities for devastating combos. Whether you're zipping across the city, unleashing laser blasts, or sneaking past enemies in smoke form, the gameplay offers a satisfying sense of freedom and power. The visuals still impress, with stunning effects that pop against the dark, gritty atmosphere of the world. Even though it's over a decade old, it remains a standout in terms of graphics and gameplay. This was a PS4 launch title, and it still holds up incredibly well. I feel like Infamous Second Son is often overlooked, but it's a game that deserves more attention. If you haven't played it yet, do yourself a favor and experience one of the best superhero games around.
I gotta go through you! You're not going anywhere until you fix this! This ain't something that can be—
Batman Arkham Knight is hands down one of my all-time favorite games, and for good reason. Released in 2015, this game remains a visual masterpiece even in 2024, easily rivaling many of today's AAA titles. The dark, atmospheric rendition of Gotham City, combined with stunning visual effects, pulls you into a world brimming with detail and life. But it's not just about the looks. The gameplay is top-notch too. The combat mechanics are flawless, making you feel like the ultimate vigilante as you take on criminals with precision and power. From brutal melee takedowns to utilizing high-tech gadgets, every fight is exhilarating. What truly sets it apart is the gripping story. which keeps you hooked from start to finish, drawing you deeper into Batman's world. Arkham Knight was ahead of its time, blending immersive visuals with exceptional gameplay and an unforgettable narrative. If you haven't experienced it yet, you're missing one of the finest superhero games ever made. Ubisoft has had its ups and downs lately, but the Assassin's Creed series will always be a reminder of their greatness. These games shaped many of our childhoods with unforgettable characters, intricate plots, and of course, stunning historical settings. While there are plenty of iconic titles to choose from, Assassin's Creed Origins stands out with its breathtaking world design. The game's vast and diverse landscapes, from sweltering deserts to vibrant towns, feel incredibly real and immersive. You can tell the developers put a lot of love into crafting this world, and it shows in every detail. Even though it was released in 2017, its graphical leap compared to earlier titles like Syndicate is impressive. The way clothes flutter in the wind and the fluid combat motions make every moment feel alive. This game offers a true sense of place and adventure, which keeps you coming back for more. Let me know in the comments which Assassin's Creed game is your favorite and why.
Hey, wait! Hey, stop!
The Bioshock series has truly carved out its own niche in gaming, especially when it comes to world building, and Bioshock Infinite is the perfect example. The game takes you to a surreal, dreamlike world where every corner of the floating city is filled with fascinating stories, ideologies, and people with complex agendas. The vibrant city of Columbia, with its breathtaking landscapes, feels alive and unique. There's nothing quite like it in the gaming world. But the visuals aren't the only thing that stands out. The gameplay is immersive, and the story is layered with deep, thought-provoking themes such as politics, society, and the nature of humanity. By the time you finish, you'll be left questioning reality itself. Released back in 2013, Bioshock Infinite still looks stunning, proving how ahead of its time it truly was. If you're a fan of games with intricate storytelling and memorable settings, this is a must-play. The Last of Us remains a timeless masterpiece. Even though it was released back in 2013, it's a game that combines a gripping story, deeply relatable characters, and engaging gameplay, all set in a world that feels shockingly real. Every location, from the decaying buildings to the abandoned streets and overgrown vehicles, captures the haunting effects of a post-apocalyptic world. The attention to detail is impeccable, drawing you into a world that feels alive despite its devastation. The emotional depth of the characters, coupled with intense, memorable moments, makes The Last of Us one of the most immersive experiences in gaming. Even though it's over a decade old, its visual quality still holds up remarkably well. If you haven't played it yet, now's the perfect time to experience a game that continues to set the standard for narrative-driven titles. Trust me, it's just as powerful today as it was when it first launched. The Order 1886 is a game that didn't get the attention it deserved at launch, mostly due to its short length and hefty price tag. Released in 2015, this third-person, cover-based shooter from Sony aimed for a cinematic experience, putting the emphasis on stunning visuals and immersive storytelling rather than gameplay or narrative depth. Unfortunately, its 4 to 5 hour playtime didn't sit well with fans, and the game received heavy criticism. However, over time, the game's visual depth and impressive character models have found appreciation. The cover-based shooting mechanics, with each weapon having a distinct feel and weight, really added to the intensity of combat. Looking back, I can't help but think how well The Order 1886 could have worked as a survival horror game. Its dark, atmospheric environments, coupled with its intricate collectibles, create an eerie sense of dread that would have been perfect for that genre. It may not have been a hit initially, but there's no denying it has a lot of potential. Mirror's Edge may have faded into the background over the years, but it remains a revolutionary title in the gaming world. Released in 2008, it introduced a unique gameplay experience that combined fast-paced parkour with action-packed sequences, making players feel like true heroes, whether you're running, jumping, or sliding through a futuristic city. The game was ahead of its time, paving the way for modern FPS games with its emphasis on movement and fluidity. Even after 15 years, Mirror's Edge still holds up visually, with its sleek, minimalist graphics that maintain a clean, modern aesthetic. If it were released today, it would still look fantastic alongside current titles. The game also offers a challenge, especially if you choose not to rely on lethal combat, making it a more strategic experience. Its innovation, visual style, and gameplay mechanics still inspire many modern games, proving just how influential it was. If you haven't played it yet, Mirror's Edge is definitely worth revisiting. Let's talk about Killzone Shadowfall, one of the best FPS games to ever hit the PlayStation 4. Released in 2013, it was a visual powerhouse, pushing the PS4 to its limits and offering a stunning sci-fi world that still holds up today. The lighting in particular is jaw-dropping. Everything from muzzle flashes to sunlight filtering through debris was crafted with incredible attention to detail. The environments are so richly designed that I often found myself pausing just to take in the view. While the gunplay might not be the absolute best, it's still solid, with smooth animations and fluid movement that make combat feel fast and exciting. The variety of enemies keeps things challenging, and the overall sci-fi atmosphere makes each mission feel epic. It's impressive how well Killzone Shadowfall stands the test of time, proving that even older games can compete with the latest FPS titles. If you haven't experienced it yet, you're missing out on one of the PS4's earliest visual masterpieces. And that wraps up our list for today. Going through these games really brought back some great memories. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How many of these titles have you already played? And which one are you planning to dive into next after watching this video? If this video brought back some nostalgia or made you smile, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world and helps me keep bringing you content like this. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Until then, take care and happy gaming.